welcome to Wholesome Roots. I've got the boys with their brother, and Ryan has gone into work for a little while. Yes, it's Sunday and he's gone into work. I guess that's part of being in management, is filling in when somebody calls out. So he had to go in and take care of the horses today, so it shouldn't take him too long. But we are very grateful that his new job has been such a blessing to us. He loves it and it's changed our lives, so we're really enjoying that fact. But for now, I've got to go take care of these goats. I'm hoping they give me an easy task today because I am just feeling lazy. I gotta give myself a little bit of credit. Lazy is probably not the right word. Just tired, in a good way tired. See, usually I get a break on the weekends from milking so that I can give my hands a rest because I have carpal tunnel, and Ryan does the milking. Well, yesterday was his birthday. I said, you don't have to milk for me today, it's your birthday. And then today he got called in, so he wasn't able to milk for me either. So it means no break for mommy. But it's good, it's for good reasons, and I'm happy and I feel very fulfilled. And we had an excellent time yesterday. I was going to try to get some video of the powwow, but I didn't even pull out my camera the whole time because we were having so much fun. And it was just perfect day. It was beautiful weather and the powwow was awesome, and I'm tempted to go back today. But anyway, we had a great time for Ryan's birthday, and we had a great evening with friends with a birthday dinner. So it was just all in all the perfect day, and I am grateful, so grateful at how good things are going now. What is it? What is it, little Miss Shadow? Mrs. Duck, I'm gonna change your name to Shadow because you are the shadow. You hear those goats? They want to get milked. Shady is a big mouth. I'm gonna go milk Shady. So before Ryan got called in, he was able to move the paddock, which is a good thing. And I am headed up here before I bring the goats out because there is some goldenrod, or a solidago, that is growing up here, which I let them eat it. It's good for them. But there's some blooms that I'm gonna cut off and harvest for our medicinal use. Goldenrod in the form of a tea or a tincture is great for allergies and overall general sinus support. So it is a really good thing to have in your medicine cabinet if you have access to beautiful unsprayed goldenrod. Then you are definitely a lucky person. So I'm very lucky. We have goldenrod all over the pasture. This is just starting to open. You see just on the tips there, the flowers are opening, and how these are just yellow without opening. So this is the perfect time to harvest those flower buds before they've opened all the way. It'll make an easy to dry form if I'm going to dry it for tea, or to just put it right into a tincture. For fresh tinctures, you want to use a high alcohol volume to make sure that it doesn't rancid because there's moisture in the plant material. And I'm also going to attempt a glycerin tincture because I want the kids to be able to take it. And with the alcohol one, you know, I'm not too keen on the idea of giving them that much alcohol. And I have reduced the alcohol by letting it evaporate and then mixed it with honey so it wasn't as much, but still that's a lot more work when I can just do it in glycerin, and my mom was nice enough to send me some. So we're gonna do that and I'll let you know how it goes. When I harvest it, I'm actually harvesting all of it, not just the flowers. The leaves and the stem have medicinal uses as well. So all of this is going to be put into the tincture. It's so funny how much easier it is to get these goats to go where I want them to when they have a new paddock with lots of forage. They're disappeared. Back there, you can kind of see movement here and there, but they're just buried in that lovely forage. It was funny because the babies stayed back at the barn instead of following the herd. And so I had all the big goats up here, and the babies kept running up here. And when I'd go to open the fence to let them in, they'd run back to the barn, and then they'd run back up here, and then they'd run back to the barn. Whew, I was running with them a little bit. So they're funny, cute little babies. And Mom was off in the tall forage herself. She was just not even paying attention to the babies crying. Silly goats. Silly babies. I just wanted to show you guys. I have goldenrod blooming all along the fence line. There. I have some here in this cluster. There's some right here in front of us. And then all along that fence. You can see the yellow from here. And then down in there along the fence towards the pond, there's a bunch more. So anybody needs goldenrod locally, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll get you some. There's another big clump up there. It's just everywhere. And this is all non-sprayed, healthy, organic soil. So it's been grown well. Untouched. Mother Nature does it best. You see the bucks out there. They like to go out and forage around their paddock. They're such sweet boys. I'm so lucky. I just hope that they do their breeding job correctly. Fluffernutter has not been acting bucky since the girls came into heat. So we'll see. If not this time, then hopefully in 3 weeks, when Fancy's in heat again, he'll be able to get with her. So the 3 that I'm concerned about, that I don't know if Fluffernutter doesn't take care of them, what I'm going to do is Fancy Girl, Hearts, and Willow, because they're all related to both. So cross your fingers that Fluffernutter gets the idea figured out pretty quick, because I don't like using outside bucks unless I know the herd very well. And the only bucks I know in another herd are related. So it's unfortunate. But it's fortunate, because the reason why there's so many bucks in our area that are related is because we had a really good genetic line come in to our area with one buck who's Bo's father, Light the Way. He's a Honaboo buck. And they're really good breed. Not breed, but breeding lines. They're a good herd. And they have great milk lines. So that's why there's so many people in my area that already have bucks off of that offspring, because everybody wanted a buck from him, for very good reasons. But with so many offspring now related, I'm either gonna have to do line breeding, where I breed them anyway and hope that the best genetics come out of that mix. The thing with line breeding is you're either gonna get the best of the genetics or you're gonna get the worst. The genetics are just accentuated strongly. So it could go one way or the other. You could end up with some really great things. Like Fluffernutter, for instance, he's line bred from an amazing buck. But they're 2 hours away, so it's not something that I can just, oh, let me borrow your buck for the weekend or the week. It's not that easy. So I definitely need to think about that in the future, because once we have a couple of years of breeding with Fluffernutter, then we're going to be running into the same situation where our does are related to Fluffernutter. But we'll figure it out. We'll find other bucks, I'm sure, before then. But for now, let's just hope Fluffernutter gets his manlyhood figured out.